but there are things inside me that feel different, and I need to express those things. I hope that you can have your acceptance, that you'll still accept the relationship we have as father and son. I know I'll always be for you. And I know it'll take a lot of courage to enter this new phase of our relationship where, there's a different side to your father that you didn't know before. Now, I'm not hoping that any of you have to make that kind of conversation, and that your families would accept and love you the way you are. But in case you ever have to do that or be on the receiving end, like, hey Dad, I know you must be confused because you found out that you're gay, you're not straight, but it's okay, you as a child, I still have acceptance for who you are as a person, and I'm proud of the courage to be who you are. Cool, see, I've just reversed it from child talking to parent and back. You never know, you might be in that situation. Cool? So, we'll move on from there. So we have a test, right? I taught you all sorts of wonderful words, and they're not here. But here's President E. And can you guess what Mr. E will say in this difficult conversation? Let's go with the first one. As your president, I something. What? It's a verb. And it means sorry to do. I'm sorry I have to do something. That's right. Regret. He regrets having to bring this news to you. Mr. E regrets bringing this news to you. What's the next one? Our government offers our something to all the people that have been hurt in the latest shootings. Our government offers our something. Just to be very sorry. You're very sorry about something. Condolences, that's right, because that's, remember, something very, very bad. Someone's died or it's horrible. Condolences, because we said the word shootings. Condolences. We something with your feelings of loss. We what? What do we? What can we, your feelings of loss? What's another word for saying you can feel what they feel? You understand how they feel. You can share these emotions. Empathize, remember? To have empathy, to feel like another person. Empathize. We empathize with your loss. Next. We know many of you are something with our current gun laws. Well, if we look at shootings and people have been hurt and we have condolences and we have laws now and they don't seem to be working, what would you be feeling? What would you feel? Let's see. What would you feel? I forgot to do this. Forgive me. There. You are disillusioned. Remember we talked about illusion? If there's an illusion, you think something's true. You are disillusioned with our current gun laws. You thought they were good and you find out they weren't good because people got shot. What's the next one we're going to have? Okay? So, therefore, my government has something to fix this problem. What is my government going to do to fix this problem? It means if you have a problem and you solve it, what do you have to do? That's right. The government has resolved to fix this problem. We're promising to fix it. Solve, go back and solve it. When you resolve, you make a promise to go back and fix something. fix this problem, that something, so many good people. So it's a problem, and it has an impact, or does something to people, what would we say? I think I gave it away, if you were listening carefully. That's right. Impacts. Impacts. And if you look at all the words that I've written up here, we did them on the board before. And this is actually something that's happened recently in our history, that some people were upset by some things that have happened in a country that we know of, and they were upset about the gun laws. And this is the kind of speech a president could make to make the people feel better, knowing that there was a problem, they understand the pain that people are going through, and that they have lost, and that they feel sorry for what's happened, and they know that they have not helped the people, they've been disillusioned, but they could promise to fix it. Any government can do it. I mean, you can be anything from Brazil, the United States, it can happen anywhere in the world. Okay? So that's just one example of a difficult conversation. And the words we've used in a very serious situation. And you can use them in less serious situations, as we've talked about, like breaking up with someone, I mean, or saying you're gay, or having to tell somebody that their child has died. These are really serious. But if you can master these words, you can use them in less serious situations and be very effective in your ability to speak to people. Anyway, as always, we have homework. So I need to trust, I've got a homework sheet for you. Sorry. Let's see. What's your homework today? Assignment. I need you to take 3 words from all the words I've taught you. You can also use these words here. And I want you to pick one of the situations I've given and give yourself 5 minutes, look at the words, think about a situation, and then try and come up with your own speech that we do use using these words. You can also have a friend do it, join you, okay? And they can have a conversation where you would use one, they'd use one, and counter, and see how that flows. Cool? If you get a little bit better, try 5 words. And the second thing for homework is make up your own difficult situation. And here's what I want you to do. Once you've done that, using 3 words for the ones I've given you, or you've made up your own, go visit Ingvid. We have a really big community there where people talk after they do the quizzes and ask each other's questions. We're happy to help you out where we can, but talk to each other, and you can actually have fun with this, saying, here was my conversation. What was yours? What word did you have? Do you have a new word that you'd like to use? We're open to your suggestions. We look forward to hearing from you. Anyway, once again, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. The button is somewhere over here. I always forget where it is. Help me out. You'll see your button, subscribe, join us, and we look forward to seeing you. And don't forget to go do the quiz at Ingvid. Okay? Anyway, thanks again. Ciao. Huh? Hi, James from Ingvid. I'm going to do a video on phrasal verbs. I'm going out. I'm just listening to E's conversation. Hold on.
Yeah, let's not ask James over tonight.
What? E? Excuse me for a second, guys. What do you mean don't ask James over? Why aren't you going to invite me? In English, we use a lot of phrasal verbs to talk about interactions, social interactions, when we get together and what we do. Today's lesson, I'm going to take some phrasal verbs and I'm going to show you how we use the prepositions to affect the verb to talk about how our meetings are going, whether our plans fell through, whether I'm going to ask you out, or we hook up. So you'll know the difference, and you'll be able to understand them in context. Are you ready? Let's go to the board.
All right.
Traitor. So E doesn't want to ask me over. Okay, so we're going to get there and find out what he means by that. But let's first take a look. I put cheers because a lot of these idioms have to do with social interaction and how we meet or don't meet. So let's start with the first one. I'm going to start over here, out.
Right.
Well, when you ask somebody out, it's to invite them to go out and do something. Seems obvious, yes? But when we ask someone out, usually it's a member of the opposite sex. So as a man, I will ask a woman out for a date.
Finally.
So you might go, hey, I was wondering, Lori, could I ask you out for dinner tonight? Now, you wouldn't say that to just a friend because you'd say, hey, you want to go out? In this case, I'm asking you out so you can say yes or no. So asking you out means to get out of the house or go outside somewhere And specifically, we usually use it for romance. So keep that in mind, right? When we're talking about out, we're leaving something. We're going outside of a boundary. Now, you see, get out and go out. And you're probably going, duh, we know what that means is to leave. Actually, no. If I said to you, I don't go out very often, remember I told you to go outside of a boundary? Well, going out in this case means I don't have any fun activities that I do. Yes, it does entail or it does involve